You're watching dcbornrob, Erasing Borders.
It is Wednesday, March 26, 2025, and this is the latest breaking news for Latin America. Let's jump into the first one right away. Paraguay's tech time warp devices rewound 60 minutes overnight. On March 23, 2025, ABC Color reported a bizarre tech glitch in Paraguay. At midnight, phones, smartphones, and laptops auto-rewound 60 minutes, throwing users into a frenzy. Why? A new law signed by President Santiago Peña keeps summertime year-round, but devices didn't get the memo, reverting to old winter settings. Google jumped in with a quick fix, urging users to update software or manually tweak settings, switching to Argentina's time zone as a hack. From confused expats to locals missing alarms, this digital hiccup sparked chaos and chatter. Was it a coding fail or a sign of tech lagging behind policy? Canadians flock to Mexico as U.S. trade war heats up. NBC News reported that Canadians are boycotting the U.S. over Trump's trade war, pivoting vacations to Mexico instead. With 20.4 million U.S. visits last year, a 10% drop could cost billions. Good news for Mexico's tourism, but safety's the catch. Social media posts note cartel warnings near borders and the U.S. advisory for Mexico. List states like Sinaloa as a do not travel. Expats see opportunity, but is this flood of snowbirds safe from rising violence? Mexico's welcoming vibe comes with a caution label. Two Venezuelans, Arturo and Pritzgroth, face deportation from the U.S., igniting fury among migrant communities. The article ties this to former President Donald Trump's latest immigration crackdown, labeled as a racist drift that's escalating tensions. With Venezuelans fleeing crisis back home, their fate in America hangs in the balance. Will they be sent back to chaos? Critics slam Trump's policies as heartless, while supporters cheer the hardline stance. This gripping story unfolds against a backdrop of border battles and political firestorms, spotlighting the human cost of migration debates. 43 countries facing U.S. travel bans, tourists in panic mode. 43 countries, including several in Latin America, might soon face travel restrictions to the United States, sending shockwaves through the tourism world. The list tied to U.S. security policies could also slam the brakes on visitors and expats dreaming of American adventures. From Chile to Colombia, travelers are scrambling to understand what's next. Will their plans be grounded? Experts warn of economic ripple effects in tourism-dependent nations, while affected citizens voice frustration online. This explosive update, fresh from Santiago, paints a tense picture of global travel in flux. German tourist scales Chichén Itzá pyramid, beaten and facing sacrifice calls. On March 20, 2025, a 38-year-old German tourist turned a sacred Mayan ritual into chaos by climbing the Castillo de Chichén Itzá during the equinox serpent descent spectacle. Ignoring strict no-climb rules, he bolted up the pyramid, hid in his chamber, and sparked a fury amongst 9,000 onlookers in Yucatan, Mexico. Guards hauled him down, but the enraged crowd attacked, landing a body blow into his forehead with chanting for his sacrifice. La Teresa supports this jaw-dropping clash of culture and defiance, spotlighting the Germans' daring stunt and the mob's wild reaction. Was it thrill-seeking gone wrong or a clash of worlds? Guatemalans vanish on deadly quest to the United States. Migration mystery unravel. Scores of Guatemalans disappearing en route to the United States, swallowed by the treacherous migrant trail. The report links the recent discovery of clandestine graves in Jalisco, Mexico, to fears that missing Guatemalans, like the 69 reported lost in 2024 and the 19 more this year, may be among the victims. Migrants brave La Bestia train, deserts, and cartel extortion, often vanishing without a trace. Guatemala's foreign minister awaits Mexico's forensic updates, while families turn to DNA searches for closure. Analyst Fernando Castro warns of narco-controlled routes, leaving migrants vulnerable to kidnapping and/or death. FBI flags deadly hotel risk. Carbon monoxide haunts Mexico resorts. CBS News shared an FBI warning for spring breakers. Carbon monoxide poisoning, linked to tourist deaths in Mexico, is a silent killer. With over 400 U.S. deaths yearly, cases in Baja and Quintana Roo, hotels have expats and visitors on high alert. The U.S. State Department March 25 advisory urges checking hotel safety. Faulty vents could turn your vacation into a nightmare. Social media posts from March echo fears of lax maintenance. Is your all-inclusive stay a gamble? Is this invisible threat spooking Mexico's resort scene? Now, let me take a quick side note to say I'm going to run out and buy one of these carbon monoxide sensors. I don't know how much they cost, 10, 15, 20. Maybe somebody tell me what's a good one if you carry one. But I'm going to start carrying this because you can't smell it. You can't, you got to be careful, guys. And this is a good opportunity for me to tell you, make sure you get your traveler's insurance. How can you travel now internationally without your travel's insurance? Of course, use who you want. But I recommend iGoQuote, iGoQuote.com. If you're in Medellin, you can actually stop by and talk to the company representative. But with all this uncertainty at the border, sicknesses, robberies, canceled flights, delays, how can you not have traveler's insurance at this point? If you don't get it now, then you're not going to get it. And I'll be reading your story next week. But I've had some issues over the past couple of months where had I not had it, it'd have been a problem. Anyway, make sure you get your travel's insurance, iGoQuote.com. 2,000 jobs from Guatemalan deportees. Companies step up big time. Prensa Libre revealed an incredible lifeline for Guatemalans deported from the U.S. 2,000 job openings from local companies as part of the government's Retorno al Hogar plan. Sectors like food and transportation are offering 1,000 jobs each. Think truck drivers, logistic pros, and mechanics. But there's a catch. Migrants need profiling and certification first, slowing the process. A new center at Fuega Station and the shelter at Eric Bonado Park aim to help, with these hopes of full operation by April. This bold move could transform lives, giving deportees a fresh start amid rising U.S. repatriations. Panama Canal showdown. It's ours or it's nobody's. La Estrella de Panama dropped a fiery report asserting Panama's ironclad claim to the Panama Canal amid U.S. tensions. Titled, "The Canal is Panama's or it's nobody's," the piece counters threats from President-elect Donald Trump, who's hinted at reclaiming the waterway over alleged Chinese influence and Panama's mismanagement. The article traces the canal's history, built by the United States in 1914, handed over in 1999 via the Torrijos-Carter treaties, and slams Trump's stance as baseless, citing Panama's sovereignty and stellar operation record. With 6% of global trade at stake, Panama's President Molino stands firm, ready to defend this national treasure. Venezuela welcomes back migrants with open arms. El Universal announced that Venezuela is rolling out the red carpet for returning migrants this Sunday under a planned Vuelta a la Patria. Vice President Diosdado Cabello will personally greet them at the Monquetia airport, and the government unveils detailed protocols to ensure a warm, organized welcome. From medical checks to logistical support, the operation aims to reintegrate Venezuelans fleeing U.S. deportations or hardships abroad amid tensions over 238 detained in El Salvador's Secot prison. Jorge Rodriguez vows to keep fighting for all migrants' return, spotlighting a nation ready to embrace its people. This emotional homecoming marks a bold chapter in Venezuelans' migrant sector. German tourists detained at U.S. border. Mexico trips turn risky. PBS News on March 21, 2025 reported multiple German tourists detained at U.S.-Mexico crossings held weeks before flying home. One crossing from Mexico with her American fiancé landed in Otay Mesa Detention Center. Germany updated its U.S. travel advice, spotlighting tighter border security under Trump. Expats and tourists road tripping from Mexico face new hurdles. Your passport might not be enough. Post on social media, note fears of profiling. Is your Baja day trip now a detention risk? Lastly, U.S. shuts down Canadian access to border library. A century of unity ends. On March 21, 2025, El Nuevo Dia revealed a stunning U.S. decision to end a 100-year tradition. Canadians will soon lose free access to the Haskell-free library straddling the U.S.-Canadian border between Derby Line, Vermont, and Stansted, Quebec. Built in 1901, this unique spot lets Folks cross a painted line on the floor without passports until now. Citing security risks like smuggling, the U.S. Customs Service is slamming the door shut by October, facing Canadians to hit a checkpoint first. Locals are heartbroken, calling it a blow to cross-border harmony, while officials scramble to adopt. From a symbol of friendship to a fortified divide, this move sparked outrage and nostalgia. Will this rift chill U.S.-Canadian ties for good? I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say no, because every administration comes and goes. This too shall pass, no matter how dire or crazy things seem right now, or how many different things pop up every day. This too shall pass. And if you're like me, things always work out for me, so I can't be stressed out over it. Good things will always happen. I say focus on the good. Take the bad or what you think may be bad or sketchy and learn from it. But everything else, man, this too shall pass. Even when it's good, I tell myself, this too shall pass. Let me just enjoy this a whole lot more. I'm thinking of my hotel that I just had, the Cambria Hotel, Cambria. If you ever get a chance to stay in one of those, it's a basic, it is actually part of choice, which is Best Buy and I don't know what else. I mean, not Best Buy. It's like Best Western or whatever. It's. I think that's choice too. Quality Inn. I don't know how they got mixed up with them, but this hotel, the standards, way above average. If you didn't see that video, go back and look at it from a couple of days ago, the short I did of my room. Phenomenal. Just the attention to detail. I don't get paid for this. I'm just letting you know. If you have an opportunity to stay at a Cambria hotel for $119 or a Quality Inn or a Best Buy, it should not be an option. Should not be a choice. Should not be a difficult choice. Let's put it that way. Anyway, guys, gals, you're up to date with the latest news from Latin America. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. You definitely like it. It helps that YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying?
So, hey, girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch dcbornrob.
Kini excited, dili na mag-online. Unsa may dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Idol ipadulan, ako ang padulan. Para may lumluman, dili-dili na tuluman. Ay, shock pa, makaloka-loka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kaanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saag. Wala ko ikatubag, ikaw ra kong matawag. Murag kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Sa imong paghawas, lawas ni mo labas. Sinut walay gas-gas, ako amo bas-bas.
If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Maury. Contact information in the description below. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.